Hey, Pats Bengals in the jungle. Hell of a week for New England.
Quiet week.
I can delete it right now, bro. All right, let's go. Red zone, 3rd and goal. Brady up 13 to 10 in the third quarter, waiting all kinds of time, and finally, who's he finds? This guy's N'Keal Harry. That's big. They need him. He makes a diving catch in the end zone on a huge play for Brady. That's trust. Remember how good Trey White looked against the Steelers? How about this guy, Stephon Gilmore? He goes.
Similar play.
Similar play. He also had 2 picks, just like Trey White, but he housed this thing.
Woo.
Did a nice little reserve celebration. We've had him on the show. He definitely knows how to be reserved. Stephon Gilmore, pick 6, best corner in all of football. Tom Brady.
The shade, Kyle.
Cruising.
Not a man of many words.
No, he's just a man of business. I think he should have been Super Bowl MVP. I think he got robbed. 34-13. This is the one the Patriots are going to have a nuclear explosion now if they won by 3 touchdowns. That's it. A pair of picks for Stephon Gilmore, like I said, and we have a pair of rhymes here. He balled, so he got the call from Dion, the former Cincinnati Red.
Yeah, I put that on my shoulders, every week. Playing against the best guy, you got to really focus. Every play is important, if you don't play well on one play, it can cost your team. So I try to focus each and every play, be in tight coverage. I got to be in great shape, and that's my thing. I'm just trying to make them pay each and every play.
Well, you got a divisional rivalry next week. I believe you're playing the Bills. You look forward to that as well?
I look forward to it. They got a good football team. They're one of the best teams in the league. It's going to be a big challenge for us. And, if you like football, you want to be playing in that game next Saturday night.
There he is. Let's talk about the guy who had a huge impact on the game on Sunday. Now, Stephon Gilmore is the true shutdown corner. We're talking all-pro, and there's not too many in the game, so let's break down those 2 interceptions. I want to show you exactly what makes him special. Andy Dalton is staring down Boyd, and you'll see him undercut the dig route. The safety comes over the top. You'll see Harmon in the back of your screen, so he's trusting the fact that he has help. And right there, he cuts underneath, catches it with one hand. That's his first pick, so of course he can cover the long field. Now, inside, playing the nickel back, he's going to read Andy Dalton's eyes. Wait till I show you this angle. Watch Stephon Gilmore's helmet. He's looking at Andy Dalton, understand there's an out route, and he cuts underneath it and makes a tremendous play. Eyes on the quarterback, beautiful hands, and takes us to the crib. Yes, he can cover the long green. He can work the short game just like a putt, so I guess you could say Stephon Gilmore is Happy Gilmore.
Love it.
And speaking of Adam Sandler, when he was in Buffalo, he was an uncut gem, and he ended up getting that diamond with the Super Bowl ring. But Stephon Gilmore, one of those guys we don't talk about enough. Here's the crazy part. He's not running a 4.2. He's not jumping a 45-inch vertical. He is one of the most intelligent minds at the quarterback position, and he's a perfect fit for that offense with the Patriots. He does it the Patriot way. Humble, doesn't like to talk, but he talks with his game. Stephon Gilmore, balling out.
Could be the best defensive player in all of football. Is their defense going to be good enough if they face this team, the Chiefs, in the snow?
Football fight.
Having a good time here. That's a baseball player turned football player. Patrick Mahomes having a good time, and he was having a good time all day long yesterday at Arrowhead. This is deep, and that is Tyreek Hill, and that's 41 yards. It is Hill's 21st 40-yard touchdown since 2016. That is the most in the NFL. Late in the third quarter, Broncos down 20. They have it 1st and 10 from the Chiefs' 11. Drew Lock looking, rolls out, looking. Noah Fant, are you there? Juan Thornhill, the rookie from the Chiefs, he gets the pick. Chiefs took care of business. Lock did not look as good as the first 2 weeks. Snow Angels, enjoy it. Chiefs win big.
They do, and they sit in 3 seed now. Game back with the Patriots for a first-round bye. They'd like to improve that seeding, of course. Remember, if they end up tied, KC holds the head-to-head tiebreaker over New England. They, of course, took them down in Foxborough a week ago. Are the Chiefs, Kyle, hitting their stride?
Seems to be, yeah. I mean, we always talk about timing. Peak too early, peak too late. I'm just looking at the co-stars. You mentioned the uncut gems. It's Sandler and Kevin Garnett, right, together? Yeah. Right? And another thing. And I'm looking at Mahomes and Tyreek Hill. We get so spoiled that Tyreek Hill could break a 70-yard play at any time. It's been a weird season for him. He goes out, and then there's Matt Moore. It's been 9 weeks since we saw Mahomes to Tyreek for a big play like this. You don't just roll out of bed and do it. So the fact that we're seeing it when there's snow on the ground instead of 80 degrees is perfect for me. Pat Mahomes talked about the snow yesterday. He said, I was a little freaked out last year. My first snow game was that playoff game against the Colts. Growing up in the South, I'd never seen it before. I was nervous. Right now, he's like, it's sticky, it's easy, and when Tyreek is doing this, I love Kelsey. Tyreek is the Valerian steel of this offense, and the fact that it's in the middle of December, yes, they're hitting their stride, and it's a run in a 4-2.
You know, it's funny because you mentioned the snow, and, you know, I got a ton of snow up where I live a few days ago.
Yeah.
And the first thing you worry about is how are you going to drive in it? You know, your vehicle, right? All-wheel drive,
Sure.
tires going to be okay, put chains on it. I feel like Pat Mahomes in this offense, including Tyreek Hill, they can play in any conditions. They don't need chains on the tires. They don't need new tread. You don't need to go get a bigger vehicle. You don't need to get an off-road vehicle. The vehicle that they're in can play in any weather. Of course, sunshine, indoors, they're fine. But I was watching this game intently to see if they were going to slow down. And they didn't. They looked faster than everybody. It reminded me of the game when LaShawn McCoy is playing up against my Lions. We were in Philly, and he looked faster than everybody else. So for me, watching this game, knowing that we're in December, not knowing where the playoffs are going to be played just yet, or the weather, these guys look faster than ever. And that right there should scare any defense that could potentially play them in conditions like this.
Their offense was great last year, too. It's the defense that's so different. They gave up 3 points last night, and they gave up even less earlier this season, and the Raiders did nothing against them, and the Patriots did nothing against them. And they got Tyrann Mathieu right now playing really good football, and he's also being used in a different way. He was covering Courtland Sutton a lot of times one-on-one. Look at this play here. This is Drew Lock looking, and look who's breaking it up in the end zone. It's Honey Badger. Like, that's a safety playing corner. He takes on the #1 wide receiver, no problem. They added so many talented players on this defense. That's going to be the difference maker. So are they hitting their stride? Look what they're doing to these other teams. Like, this is Honey Badger in coverage on a #1 wide receiver. You don't see that from a lot of safeties. He does it with aggression, and he's setting the tone. I'm telling you, this Chiefs defense is not only different than last year, they're up there with some of the best units in the league right now. They're playing that well.
Tyrann Mathieu is the fan favorite. There's more jerseys than I thought I would see. Everybody bought a Mathieu jersey. He's a leader. It's clear that they love him. And they're a more balanced team now. This is the best game he's had in over a month. Before this, he was averaging just over 200 yards a game. He had 3 touchdowns, just 2 interceptions. His best game was right now in this weather. So momentum's certainly going up. And you know the Chiefs are going to be watching what happens on Saturday on NFL Network. They want to see what's up with those Bills and those Patriots. That's the middle game, the middle of the afternoon, or the end of the afternoon at 4:30 p.m. Eastern. Texans and Buccaneers kick off our coverage on Saturday. It's a triple header, 3 times the action, 3 times the touchdowns. Your fantasy championships, you got to watch it on Saturday. Rams at Niners wraps it up. It's all right here starting at 1 p.m. Eastern, only on NFL Network, December 21st. Starting with Good Morning Football Weekend at 9 a.m., followed by NFL Game Day kickoff at 10:30 a.m. Eastern. More GMP up ahead. There was a Hail Mary situation.
Yeah, there were a couple.
Bunch of laterals trying to keep the Bears alive.
That was a brutal death. It really was. I feel for them. They fought.
And a thriller. We had Falcons and the Niners come down to the wire. What's up, Giant Killer? That's what you said.
I know.
What?
The Falcons are incredible. Don't play the Falcons right now. I'll beat you.
They play up.
Tell you what, they play for Dan Quinn.
I'm saying.